Hello friends, this is Dr. P.R. Chaudhary from KKV College of Food Technology, Nasik. Today we will be studying about different post-harvest commodity treatments. There are several post-harvest treatments which are followed to improve and maintain the quality of the produce or to increase the shelf life of the produce. Namely, we have pre-cooling, waxing, sprout inhibition, disinfestation, hot water treatment, vapor heat treatment, irradiation, degreening and curing. So let us study these treatments one by one. In pre-cooling, it refers to removal of field heat after harvesting. It is quick removal of the field heat once the produce is harvested, and this is one of the most important post-harvest treatment. Because if you don't remove the field heat, the respiration of the produce will be higher and the storage life of the produce will be reduced. Pre-cooling can be done by hydrocooling, ice topping, room cooling or forced air cooling, etc. Next we have hot water treatment. In hot water treatment, dipping of fruits is done in hot water for specific period, and the temperature of the water is specific according to the produce, and this is done to control the disease or insect disinfestation or in order to have uniform ripening. This can be done by hot water rinsing and brushing, in which hot water is sprayed on the fruits and the brushes are used for cleaning the fruits. Or it can be done by hot water dipping, in which the fruits are directly dipped into hot water containers for specific period. The temperature of the water will be dependent on the nature of the produce. Next we have vapor heat treatment. In this method, heating of fruit with air saturated with water vapor at temperatures of 40 to 50 degrees Celsius is done to kill the insect eggs and larvae, and it is done as a quarantine treatment before shipping the fruits. So here you can see this is a vapor heat treatment system. It will be a chamber in which air which is saturated with water vapor, and the temperature of the water vapor will be 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. The produce will be inserted in these chambers and the chamber will be closed. This helps to kill the insect eggs, larvae, and it is most commonly followed as a quarantine treatment before shipping the produce. Another method of controlling the insect and diseases is by irradiation. Radiation can be applied to the fresh fruits and vegetables in order to control microorganisms, insects, parasites, and inhibit or prevent their cell reproduction and also the chemical changes which they bring about. Usually you can use gamma rays, X-rays or electron beam rays. Okay. Commonly cobalt is used as a source for your gamma rays for food irradiation. This is also one of the common method of quarantine treatment. Next we have degreening. Post-harvest treatment of citrus fruits with ethylene under controlled conditions hastens the loss of chlorophyll, and this process is known as degreening. In degreening, usually degradation of the chlorophyll takes place, and once the chlorophyll is degraded, it allows for the expression of natural pigments which are usually masked by the chlorophyll. So here you can see the top portion is 0 days ethylene treatment is been done here, and after day 3 you can see the green color is still there. However, if you are using ethylene at 5 ppm or 10 ppm, after 3 days of ethylene treatment you can see all fruits have developed uniform pinkish red color. So ethylene helps in degreening of your citrus fruits. Another post-harvest treatment is ripening regulation. It is same like degreening. In this, manipulation of ripening is done in order to extend the shelf life and ensure the appropriate quality of the fruit for the consumer. In this case, you can use different sources for ethylene, example ethylene gas. which is directly injecting the ethylene in the chamber, or ethaphon, which usually releases ethylene. Then you can use ethylene as a mixture with any other inert gas like nitrogen. There are ethylene generators, or you can use ripe fruits for generating ethylene. Here you can see this is fruits without ethylene, and this is citrus fruits after 1 ppm of ethylene treatment. So uniform color has been developed. Another ripening regulation what you can do is to control the action of ethylene, to inhibit the action of ethylene. Usually 1-methyl cyclopropane or silver nitrate are used for controlling ethylene action. So here you can see 0.5 ppm methyl cyclopropane is used. So if you are using 1 MCP, even after ethylene treatment, the fruits will still have green color. That means the ethylene action is not being taken or carried out here because of 1 MCP. So this can be done when you want to delay the ripening, when you are shipping the fruits and you don't want the fruits to ripen during the transportation and shipment. Example, in case of bananas or papaya. So what you can do is you can give 1 MCP treatment, so the fruits will not ripen during the transportation. Next we have waxing, a protective edible coat on fruit and vegetable which protects them from transpiration losses and reduce the rate of respiration is called as waxing. Here you can see usually edible coating, wax coatings are given to fruits and vegetables, and what they do is they prevent the transpiration, they reduce the rate of transpiration, so the fruit will not lose water, it will look fresh, it will be crispy in texture. Also it will reduce the rate of respiration, so the storage life of the fruit will be increased, and also it improves the appearance of the fruit. The fruit will look shiny. So left hand side fruit is without wax, you can see it looks very dull, and right hand side fruit is after waxing, you can see it looks fresh, shiny and more attractive. Another post harvest treatment is curing, which is mostly done in the tuber and bulb crops. Curing is accomplished by holding the produce at high temperature and relative humidity for several days while harvesting. Wound heals and new protective layers of cells form around the wound. So in tuber crops, example, your sweet potato or potato, what happens is during harvesting there will be certain wounds. So curing will help to heal those wounds and also thicken the protective layers. So the peel of the potato or sweet potato will thicken and they can be stored for longer duration. Whereas in case of onions, curing helps to harden the outer layer and dry the outer layers of the onion peel, so that then the onion can be stored for longer duration. It also helps to reduce the water loss during storage. If the produce is properly cured, there will be less water loss during storage. Okay. Another post harvest treatment is your sprout inhibition, most commonly done in your root and tuber crops. So usually root and tuber crops have dormant period after harvest, and then they start regrowing under favorable conditions. They will start sprouting and root formation, and this accelerates their deterioration. These sprouted potatoes cannot be stored for longer period. Therefore, usually sprout inhibition is carried out and sprout suppressants are used. In case of potato, 3-chloroisopropyl N-phenyl carbamate is used as sprout inhibitant. It is also known as chloropropam. So potatoes which are treated with CIPC usually will not sprout quickly. In onion, malic hydrazide is used for preventing the sprouting. So this was a short brief overview of the different post-harvest treatments which can be followed in horticultural crops to improve their quality, maintain their quality or to increase their shelf life. Thank you.